Top one, Anthony Evans, 20-1. Fandango de Chassis is the 4-1 favourite, and Tony Martin. Frio Royale, 14-1. David O'Meara. Lord Capitaine, 14-1, ridden by Chris Bonner. Mr. One, the mount of J.D. Moore at 11-2. Fernando at 20s, Pat Colville. Grangewood King and Tom Scudamore at 12-1. Idiot Star is ridden by Morgan Dunn at 33s. Also 33s, Justice Alone and Damien Murphy. Kibby Banker Grey at 100-1, Richard Burton. Spot the Difference, an important non-runner. Supreme Glory at 20s, JT McNamara. Never Tara and Ben Hitchcott at 14s. Barnane Walk at 100-1, Adrian Wintle, and Brown Paddy at 10s, and Philip Fenton. Relaxation, the mount of Mark Bradburne at 8-1. Rubon Prince and Lawrence McGrath at 100-1. Sulphur Springs, Philip Schooler at 14s, and Inch Rose, Tommy Doyle at 9-1. And the bottom three, Augusta Brook, Philippe Brachet at 100s. Poor Skin and Marcus Armitage at 10-1. Dark Crusader, ridden by Julian Pritchard, at 25-1.
Into a good rhythm and getting them jumping is all important. Simon will talk us through it.
Towards the first, be careful not to go too quick. They've got a very long way to go. Grangewood King takes the first in front, and they all land safely. Kibby Bank in second, Poor Skin Relaxation next, then Beefy Nova, followed closely behind these by Inch Rose on the outside, and then towards the inside is Mr. One and Frio Royale. The back marker very early is Barnane Walk, as they race on towards the next. Grangewood King in the noseband from Beefy Nova, then the grey Kibby Bank and Poor Skin, and one or two ragged jumps towards the rear. Fernando wasn't too clever at it. Justice Alone is also out the back early as they make a long left-hand turn, and Grangewood King has gone bolting off in front. Surely can't keep this up. A long way clear of Beefy Nova, then Kibby Bank and Relaxation and Poor Skin. Another break then to Inch Rose, followed by another 8 or 10 lengths to Mr. One and Frio Royale and Rubon Prince, and then Brown Paddy as they take the first in the straight. A long way to go. Well over 2 complete circuits of the course here at Prestbury Park. And once again, they're all safely over, with Barnane Walk continuing the back marker. Grangewood King takes the next from Beefy Nova. Then Kibby Bank and Relaxation and Poor Skin. A gap then to Inch Rose. Mr. One has got a big white face. Sulphur Springs on the outside. Rubon Prince and Frio Royale. Back in the field, a bit worse than midfield, Brown Paddy. Supreme Glory on the inside, then Nether Tara and Lord Capitaine. Towards the rear, Augusta Brook, and then Justice Alone, together with Fernando. And then right out the back, Fandango de Chassis, Idiot Star, and Barnane Walk as they clear the fence in front of the stands. So 2 complete circuits ahead of them in this 4-miler, the National Hunt Chase for amateur riders. And in front of the stands, it's Grangewood King that continues to make it from Beefy Nova and Kibby Bank, and then Relaxation as they approach another plain fence. This group of 4 are some way clear of the others, who are headed by Poor Skin and Marcus Armitage. Then Inch Road, who made a mistake, Mr. One and Rubon Prince. Frio Royale and Sulphur Springs and Supreme Glory. Then Brown Paddy. Then Nether Tara, the mare from Lord Capitaine. Behind Lord Capitaine, Dark Crusader on the inside. Then Fernando, Augusta Brook and Justice Alone. Idiot Star as they clear the next plain fence. And still out the back, Barnane Walk, and Fandango de Chassis, the favourite, has only got Barnane Walk behind him at the moment. But still, a lot of ground to cover, and they clear the water jump, and it's Grangewood King who landed in front with this useful advantage, followed by Beefy Nova, Kibby Bank and Relaxation. Now an open ditch. Grangewood King stood right off it. Beefy Nova, Kibby Bank, Relaxation over next. The others are stream over. Supreme Glory in midfield on the inside at this stage in a reasonable position. Sulphur Springs on the outside at the next plain fence. Poor Skin continuing to chase the front 4 in 5th place. Mr. One moving quite nicely in 6th towards the inside of Inch Rose. They're very well strung out as they head towards another open ditch, and it's Grangewood King with an 8-length lead over Beefy Nova in 2nd place. Then Kibby Bank and Relaxation took it 3rd and 4th. They're a long way clear then of the others. Poor Skin made a pretty bad mistake at that in 5th place, has dropped back a place, passed by Inch Rose, then Mr. One and Rubon Prince. After Rubon Prince, Supreme Glory from Frio Royale and Sulphur Springs, a gap to Lord Capitaine, Brown Paddy, Nether Tara, and then well down in the field still, Fandango de Chassis as they run down the hill. And and looks like Idiot Star was a faller at that open ditch. Grangewood King at this next plain fence. Pops over, Beefy Nova, Kibby Bank and Relaxation. These have been the front four throughout. Inch Rose, Poor Skin next. The white face Mr. One going through shot, followed by Supreme Glory. Slight mistake by Fandango de Chassis. Top of the frame, Sheepskin Noseband there, the favourite. Gets a reminder, a lot of work to do as they clear the next plain fence. And the order pretty much the same up front. Mr. One made a mistake at that. Nevertara was untidy back in the field as they run towards the turn. Check on one of the casualties. There's Idiot Star's rider, Morgan Dunn, walking away from the fall at the top of the hill at that open ditch. The only casualty I've seen so far. Just over a circuit to go. Grangewood King, Beefy Nova and Relaxation now joining him. Kibby Bank has dropped off these front three and fourth, followed by Inch Rose, Poor Skin and then Mr. One, Rubon Prince and Supreme Glory, Frio Royale, the ex-French horse, in about 10th or 11th at the moment, followed by Brown Paddy and Lord Capitaine, as once again they race uphill towards this next plain fence. The giant Relaxation took it in front, heads Grangewood King for the first time. Then in third is Beefy Nova. They're well clear, these three, of Kibby Bank, who's faded, Inch Rose, Mr. One, Supreme Glory making a bit of headway from Poor Skin as they run down the hill. Dark Crusader is pulled up over the next plain fence. Relaxation going very nicely in front, this horse, from Kibby, from in second Beefy Nova, then Grangewood King, the early leader, now beginning to feel the pinch as they run towards the water jump. Relaxation, Beefy Nova, clear of Grangewood King. Inch Rose took it in fourth, Mr. One, then Kibby Bank, Supreme Glory still staying on a bit from Poor Skin as they run downhill, and Justice Alone has been pulled up as they clear the next open ditch, at which Supreme Glory made a slight mistake, and Fernando came to grief there. At the next plain fence, Relaxation just dragged his hind legs through it, but jumped it quickly from Beefy Nova. They're a long way clear of Mr. One, who's running on into third now and beginning to close that fellow from Inch Rose in fourth, then Supreme Glory. They're well clear of Poor Skin. The final open ditch, this is four out, and Relaxation takes it well. Beefy Nova hit it in second place, then Mr. One and Inch Rose, Supreme Glory in the blue next, then Poor Skin as they reach the top of the hill then, and it's Relaxation in the hands of Mark Bradburne, trained by Henry Daly, who takes the top turn with three fences left to jump with a very useful looking lead over the chasers. Inch Rose goes second, Mr. One on the inside of Inch Rose, then Beefy Nova. They're well clear of Supreme Glory, Poor Skin, Kibby Bank and Sulphur Springs, and I think we can forget the others as they jump the third last. Relaxation over safely, Inch Rose in the noseband second, the white face Mr. One back in third. They're clear of Beefy Nova, who seems to have run his race. Supreme Glory is fifth, but the leader comes to the second last. Relaxation keeping up this strong gallop, jumped it out to the right slightly, but he's got a handy enough lead. He's surely just got to keep going. Inch Rose is staying on gamely in second place, the mare under Tommy Doyle, and beginning just to close a shade. Mr. One is back in third. Relaxation turns for home, entering the final quarter mile at the end of 4 miles and racing for the final fence. Relaxation comes into it and a bold jump. He's safely over. Inch Rose second, then Mr. One running on in third. One more hill to climb, just 150 yards left to go. Relaxation is getting weary in front, but he's every right to be, but he's not as weary as the others, and Relaxation stays on powerfully to win the National Hunt Chase for Mark Bradburne. In second, Inch Rose, third, Mr. One, a long way clear of Supreme Glory, then Kibby Bank. Sulphur Springs was running on at the finish, Poor Skin, Beefy Nova, then the mare Nevertara, and well down Augusta Brook. They're coming home in dribs and drabs. Rubon Prince pulled up was Brown Paddy, and they seem to be about the only finishers looking well down the track. Frio Royal was pulled up, so was Grangewood King and Barnane Walk and Lord Capitaine, and the favourite Fandango de Chassis I can see has been dismounted between the third last and the second last. But Relaxation, the winner of this 4-miler for amateur riders, the 130th running of this race, and he was in command from a long way out, this son of orchestra, who's run some promising races this season and finally gets his head in front on the day that matters. But the favourite, Fandango de Chassis, never got involved in the hands of Tony Martin. Tony, who won this race 12 months ago on DJD, he was always out the back. He's getting back on the horse, which suggests that there's nothing terribly much amiss. Second, number 20, Inch Rose at 9-1. Third, number 5, Mr. One at 11-2. The Wind Tote 920, places 280, 280 again, and 260. Exacta 59.60. Computer Straight Forecast 71.43. Fandango de Chassis, the 4-1 favourite. Non-runners numbers 7 and 12, and 21 ran.